But Hilda, okay.
Hilda, okay. So Hilda is relatively
Oh, wow.
flexible, but we can still expect to see the Hilda going over to the EXP. Lucas is still a viable pick for Kingdom if they want to. Because of the cross-map plays that they have on their side, Lucas also have very good wave clear. That is one thing I would definitely want to see. They want burst too. So as much as possible, they want to burst. They want to play around the Tsunami Slam.
Correct.
Definitely when it comes down to Oki Shadow Kill, that's not quite enough. So they need a little bit more tankability, a little bit of that duel in the early stages of the fight.
Okay.
So they have decided to pick up a glue instead, together with a 1-1, despite the fact that AZ actually did not have anything that kind of stands tall at the front lines and slow moving. In fact, it is a Hilda. Not exactly a very big fan of the 1-1 pick, to be fairly honest, but it's still possible.
Yeah. So this is a Rome Hilda we are going to see, but could also be a Rome Khalid here.
Looking at the fact that Khalid is going to Vendetta, though, personally, I do prefer the Khalid Rome.
Yep.
And then the Hilda and EXP.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, both of them is rather interchangeable, just because of the fact that they have very similar lane priority. But the only good thing is that Khalid have got definitely a better wave clear. But in the meantime, Khalid also have got the crowd control that we are looking for. So level 4 first, get him to level 4, EXP lane, I think that's pretty okay.
And here we go, Abstract. This is now the start of our first game here between the side of Kingdom Esports and Absolute Zero here in the playoffs of MPL SG Season 9.
So, right off the bat, we have, I think, so right off the bat, we are looking at both of the junglers just going to be starting out in the purple buff. Nothing too out of the ordinary per se, but both of the Romans, oh wait, Rapidude is the Khalid.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. So it's kind of like, you win some, you lose some kind of situation. If Khalid goes over the EXP, you get level 4 earlier, you wave clear faster. But in the meantime, if you kind of put the Hilda in the EXP, you got way more roaming potential. You actually be able to help out in the middle lane so much more, and you apply so much pressure onto the EXP laner, which is the blue in this case.
When it comes to the matchup though, if EXP Khalid, right, it's a great counter to a glue, to be honest, especially with his tornado slashes there because of the spread coming in from the blue. But anyway, I think we have mentioned, right, both this Hilda and the Khalid for the thought.
Oh, immediately with Rapidude being the first one to go straight down. While in the meantime, Ian does no longer have got the Ogi Shadow kill, but still managed to pick up a second kill with a returning Shuriken. Bougie, unfortunately, have got no opportunity to come in and instigate more.
Wow, IYANZZ is just introducing himself here in this game. But here in the mid lane,
Bougie doesn't seem like she has a lot of HP left to work with, and FMM puts himself right in the face of Bougie.
Wow, Kingdom Esports 3 kills here in under 2 minutes. This is a great early game for the side of Kingdom Esports with those rotations coming in from the side of
another one.
Oh, and another one. That's 4-0 Abstract, and this is big here for Kingdom Esports. They are actually controlling the game right now.
Yeah, I mean, for early stage, I definitely don't expect them being able to get 4 kills within 2 minutes. This is not something I expected. Hayabusa takes time before he is able to do anything very useful. The Ogi Shadow kill definitely would not be able to do much. So, unfortunately for Rapidude, I think that he's giving away too much of his positioning, especially being alone, which becomes a lone wolf prime for a target for the Hayabusa.
Oh, Salas under the chart here, but still managed to survive. But look at the rotations coming in from Rapidude.
Yep, immediately takes him down. Finally, taking 1 kill for the team.
Oh, this is what you want. Now, this is why you need Rapidude here to be actively roaming across the map here, but...
Oh, immediately with the Tsunami Slam plus the Yin and Yang. Immediately just popped Salas. So it's a pretty decent trade. In fact, they have lost... Yeah, both sides lost the marksman. So, great.
Ooh, there you go.
It's not going to be the end at all, as we do have got the immediately Absolute Zero just rushing themselves right in the face of Kingdom Esports. But it's a 1-for-1 trade so far, but this might be going in the danger zone for Absolute Zero, as the amount of damage coming in from Ian is starting to really ramp up with the killing spree, keeps him in check. for most of that team fight.
Well, don't get me wrong, that was a great pick-off coming in from the side of Absolute Zero, but then again, the positioning here was much in favor for the side of Kingdom Esports. They've been under the pincer attack there coming in from Kingdom Esports. That was great counter-attack indeed, and now Absolute Zero, despite they having counter-attacks here and there, Kingdom Esports still controlling the game here with heavy casualties on the side of Absolute Zero.
We're looking at about 2,000 gold lead in favor for Kingdom Esports. Gold lane is kind of out of the question and not to expect too much out of it. So majority of the time, we'll probably just look at fights coming in from the roaming trio. So taking jungle camps is generally going to be the main idea, and of course the objective, which is the turtle, which will be coming out in 10 seconds.
This is the team fight we're going to look out for, but again, out of position here, FMM.
I don't think FMM can get away from this. He did use the Tsunami Slam as a way to escape, but somehow turns the tide onto Rapidut. FMM, unfortunately, will still go down to the hands of Bougie as None got himself right into the face of the electrifying beast, brought him down to an all-time low, and now Vendetta being the next one under the chopping block, while Bougie being the prime target coming in for the crossbow of Tang, allowing Bear to pick up the kill.
Wow, the sacrifice coming in from FMM, buying so much time there for Kingdom Esports to go for their counter of their own. Absolute Zero punished in that kind of skirmish play, and Absolute Zero here, they must be very wary of that kind of situation because you don't want, again, your gold lane here and the rest of Kingdom Esports to be fastly going to scale here into this game.
So it does seem like Kingdom Esports have decided to reset the turtle and wait for a little while longer, especially to allow EVOS to pick up the orange buff. That also additionally puts him at a level ahead of None. He's currently at level 9 now, and perhaps they are going to go for something a little bit cheeky onto None right over at the top lane. But a single dash is going to be more than enough for None because he missed his dash. As such, he's going to be stuck and dead.
Wow, that's a again, beautiful cross-map play coming in from Kingdom Esports. They know how to maintain their lead here, and Absolute Zero just being punished time and time again. Kingdom Esports is just everywhere here, Abstract, especially with the diversion plays coming in from Melon, and Melon's just popping up here in this situation as well. There you go, the concealed play. And
immediately I will see them Maltese as well as Vendetta. Never mind. Immediately FMM with the Tsunami Slam pulls Rapidut right within the turret's range, but unfortunately not quite enough to bring him down.
We've seen Absolute Zero trying to go for the pickoff on their own, but they've been fended off there by Kingdom Esports. Now this is a great defense play for the Kingdom right now. They're trying to go for a diversion play once again, trying to cut off here. Rapidut needs to be very careful here in this bottom lane.
Yep, and here we go, Melon with a diversion into the brush in between of the proxy. But unfortunately, this is going to be a 3 versus 4. But Maltese joins into the fray, so this is not something too bad for Kingdom Esports after all.
Wow, risky play, but still Melon has that flicker, still managed to go back away. But that was a great takeoff just in case.
Oh, the timing actually is pretty good considering the fact that the creep wave just moved forward. But the amount of damage is not quite enough to bring None down.
Yeah, not yet. But EVOS, we see how aggressive this player is, especially on that Hayabusa. Now Kingdom Esports slowly gaining control with a tar takedown here on the bot side as well. Absolute Zero, they are very strong here when it comes to the team fight because of the Raging Sandstorm, because of Bougie with a follow-up as well on that crowd control. However, damage is still missing. And we have mentioned, of course, the Granger can really turn the tide of the battle. They just need one team fight to go into their favor.
Oh, Vendetta flickers himself away after a small little poke onto Bear. And when I say small little poke, I mean a really small little poke. But a diversion all the way right in the face of Salas! Brings him down with a Tsunami Slam, allowing Kalia to pick up the kill. Next one up is going to be on the Bougie. Even when it comes down to Purify use, that's not going to do anything for him. That is a total of 4 men down during that initiation. And that is Kingdom Esports 14 kills.
OMG, Melon with an incredible map presence here. Same spot, same target, and this time around Salas falls down, and they are not stopping here, Abstract.
A massive trigger finger coming in from Melon, constantly putting them so much priority and so much pressure all across the map. It's only 8 minutes in. We're looking at all of the T1s down. Middle lane and bottom lane T2 down. This is an absolute chaos coming from AZ.
Chaos indeed for AZ, but dominance for Kingdom Esports. And speaking of dominance, not a single turret has been taken down here onto their side. Absolute Zero with so much pressure into their hands here. All lanes are pushing through, and Kingdom Esports are not stopping here at this moment.
This is unfortunate, right? Because AZ, they actually have got 0 answers for Kingdom Esports. They don't even have a lot of resources to actually deal with Bear. Just look at the amount of tankiness that this guy has. And he didn't even use any of his slam to recover his HP throughout the entire ordeal. Well, in the meantime, Manakisi also has a lot of damage. Ogi Shadaki also has a lot of damage. Just small little pokes all across the map from the side of Kingdom Esports. More than enough to send 2-person back home. But Saras, he found a kill on the EVOS. This might be a great start. But unfortunately, Vendetta doesn't have a lot of HP to work with. He goes back home. Unfortunately, they also did lose the T2 turret in the middle.
Yeah, they did lose here, but this is Absolute Zero. Greatest comeback so far right now with Rapidote here with the Flicker of Rage's Sandstorm. It was Kingdom Esports caught off guard. Now Absolute Zero with a kill onto their side, they needed more. They need this kind of situation more into their side in order for them to scale back into this game. And look at this one, 2 Thunderbelts being secured here for the side of Absolute Zero. They are looking forward into the late stages of the game here. They want their heavy fighters to actually contribute much, not only on the crowd control, but also on the scaling part.
Now, if whether they can even made it over to the late game is the main question, because we are looking at about 12,000 gold lead. Absolute Zero, they have no damage.
No damage.
Nada.
Nada. But again, with that Rapidote Raging Sandstorm a while ago on that skirmish play, they need some miracle plays once again. They need those plays that can really go into their favor here. But this time around, Abstract is really difficult here, especially with the map right now we are seeing. It's all blue. Not a single turret yet been denied here against Kingdom.
This is tough, right? They're almost getting the bottom lane T1, but at this point in time, it doesn't really quite matter because they can't even get out of base. The whole defense is still standing up. Okay, never mind.
There you go.
Middle lane's whole defense is down. This is a perfect entryway for this upcoming Mega Creeps plus the Lord. This is a baby Lord though, so no charge whatsoever. If Absolute Zero kind of loses this base turret, oh wait, it does have a charge.
It does have a charge, and now it will secure the inhibitor turret in the mid, which opens up a lot of space.
Immediately, Buji doesn't have a lot of HP to work with, but still managed to get himself right out of the dodge. While the Tsunami Slam is just going to be cutting onto Vendetta and bring him down almost instantaneously. While we still have got Malik Peasy still alive and dealing with a decent amount of damage, but fortunately this is going to be FMM flickers himself away, while Rapidote is just taking quite a bit of damage. But he's going to be fine. Kingdom Esports getting themselves the T3, more than enough, and they're pretty happy about it.
Oh yeah. Chasing here, but so far IYANZZ pretty much overconfident in that situation has been taken out there, but still Kingdom Esports mission accomplished in that siege right now with the map being opened here against Absolute Zero. It's really now very much into against their side here. But again, this lineup, the itemizations we have seen so far for the side of Absolute Zero, they are looking forward to just stretch this game. Take a moment or take a single team fight to do their favor and hoping to switch the tides this match against the side of Kingdom Esports.
So now we're about 10 seconds in to 12 minutes where all of the holy defense would then go down. The Lord is also coming in about 1 minute, but Absolute Zero's jungler is only at level 14. Within this 1 minute, he gotta put himself up to level 15.
Yeah, they need to look at Absolute Zero here, waiting to go for the pickoff here. I think IYANZZ right now, we have been talking about him, his gameplay, and now we have seen so far how aggressive he is. We have seen how he loves to dive, even though under the turret in that situation, which, to be an assassin player, you need this kind of aggressiveness. So Kingdom Esports, I do love how IYANZZ charging this team right now into heavy aggression, controlling the early stage of the game, now controlling the map itself. And now the first turret has been taken down here at the bottom side. Absolute Zero slowly but surely trying to gain ground here against Kingdom Esports.
They even have the priority in taking back the jungle. At least Kingdom Esports, they did give the purple, they did give the orange buff away to Salas. So that is a small little win for the side of Absolute Zero. But aside from that, small little changes around the map, such as the bottom lane being completely pushed up, forcing 1% to go back down to the bottom to use that lane. While the rest of Kingdom Esports using the Lord, but that is the Tsunami Slam just going to be connecting down on the Nan a little bit too early, as such he does not have any CC immunity. Salas immediately popped up when it comes down to the physical immunity, and Malik Teasy went up to the air, did whatever that he could onto Rapitude, and even when it comes down to Diversion, brings down Salas, 5-man out. Kingdom Esports takes this 5-man team wipe like it's completely nothing.
Oh man, that was a disaster indeed. Absolute Zero caught off guard trying to contest the Lord, but then again, here we go. It is going to be Kingdom Esports securing this first game. Abstract with absolutely dominant